how do you feel the mental health is taken care of at Troy High School?
So, that's a great overarching question. I think it kind of takes many different facets and many different levels. I think we have amazing counseling staff.
Today, we live in a digital age where our lives are often fabricated by social media to only show the cheerful moments. Social media radiates joy, success, and seemingly flawless lives, while the darker hues of our existence remain shrouded, tucked away in the recesses of our minds.
It's a haunting feeling, isn't it? The unspoken struggles, whispered fears, scars of past battles. The weight of unshared pain can be crushing, leaving us feeling isolated in a world where everyone else seems to be living picture-perfect lives.
Unfortunately, this feeling of hidden, perpetual dread is experienced by many students each year. In fact, almost 80% of the sample size, which includes 57 students of Troy High, surveyed reported that they have come across one or multiple such students who are going through mental health issues. This was a clear indicator of the fact that we must do something about this. So this is our attempt at holistically understanding the problem and coming up with a plausible solution to this problem. Attending a school like Troy High, which is competitive and with so many people in it, can lead to the students feeling stressed from their schoolwork or peer pressure from their fellow schoolmates. There are many students here at Troy High who may benefit in talking to someone about how they are feeling. However, not all students will feel comfortable expressing how they feel. So allowing students to have a more comfortable means in which they can communicate their feelings and gain knowledge regarding mental health can help them enhance their emotional well-being, reduce stress, and in general create a more positive state of mind.
We collected information regarding mental health issues and a mental health program from students and staff to figure out how they feel about these topics. In our survey, we asked students how safe they feel talking to their mental health to others, and a majority, 68.4% of students, say they feel safe talking to their friends, and 36.8% said that they feel safe talking to a parent or guardian, indicating most students who took the survey feel safer talking to a friend rather than a family member.
When asked which symptoms regarding mental health students are struggling with, the majority of the students, which is about 66.6%, indicated that they struggle with anxiety, and about 50% said that they struggle with depression. About 46% mentioned that they feel thoughts of hopelessness, and about 32% have had thoughts of suicide. This data clearly indicates the fact that a student can experience multiple mental health disorders at the same time.
We also asked whether or not students have came across anyone going through a mental breakdown, and a high 70.2% of students said they have. That is a high number that can be reduced with the help of a mental health program. That being said, 89.5% of our respondents agreed that Troy High would benefit from a mental health program in which students can take steps to learn how to cope with their anxiety, depression, etc. So we would like to take the steps to help any student when it comes to mental health. All these results indicate how a few students, and possibly more, truly feel, and none of these emotions are shown on the surface level. Understanding these students and giving them the means to communicate their feelings can prevent them from having such negative thoughts.
I think we have an amazing counseling staff that does a lot of great one-on-one work with students. We have different staff members across the district that are on a social emotional learning kind of committee, embedding some different resources and programs into the buildings. That is really, really nice. I know that our health classes really intentionally put that into the curriculum. My newsletter last month to families, when you talk about, again, for instance, how you schedule classes versus taking 6 APs or what's right for you, career choices, university choices, like all the ways that administrators and counselors and all of us are trying to talk, and us communicating to parents so that they talk to kids, so that trying to dissipate that pressure. Here with my class meetings, we talk about it. We work with, again, our different departments. Each administrator is in charge of a couple curricular departments, and within that work, we find ways to try to embed that within the work. And again, people wonder, again, the purpose behind a pep assembly, for instance, or a dance, or dodgeball, or, different extracurriculars. Those are all very strategic and strategically placed in many instances. Well, I'm open to anything that, is feasible, that we can provide, additional support for kids. So I would be definitely willing to consider any of those. I'd want to consult with our people that are the experts in those fields.
Like I said, I think, there are a few students, and I think that it's students that I've had in class that I've been able to build that relationship with, so that there's a little bit more of that comfort level, I think, for them to approach me. I think generally, though, I wonder whether students feel like they have somebody, especially if, not every student is going to be, super outgoing, and I'm very much of the persuasion that, I want to try and create an environment where people feel comfortable, but I know that sometimes students just don't always feel comfortable talking to an adult.
Well, that's our goal. It's hard. We have over 2,000 students. So to get that messaging out that this is a safe space, that the information provided is confidential. Of course, we have 3 reasons when we have to break confidentiality, and that's if a student is harming themselves, harming someone else, or someone is harming them. But we try to meet with our freshmen every year. So we will bring our freshman students down to the counseling office. We meet in the stable. We talk about our services, what we provide in terms of mental health, academics, and also like getting connected with the students in our school come from all different backgrounds, culture, personal experiences that might be a barrier in terms of like that initial trust. That trust might need to be built over time.
Our idea was to implement an after-school program that provides the students at Troy High School a safe space to openly talk about their struggles, to vent, or to confide in a social worker. Troy High School works with social workers alongside counselors, and they could come in and provide students with genuine advice on what to do if they are in a crisis, or if someone they love is in a crisis, how to cope with feelings such as anxiety, depression, burnout, or whatever issues surface within the students. The program wouldn't just be a club after school, while that is a big part of it. In our survey, we asked if classes such as psychology should be made mandatory for students to understand the psyche behind mental health. In our results, while a lot of students said yes, they brought up a good point. We have enough required credits already at Troy High School, so it should be implemented in the health curriculum. This program overall will provide more opportunities for students to share their experiences, be able to relate to others, and be educated on mental health and talk freely without the fear of outsiders knowing. Some people just need an ear to listen, not advice or an immediate call to home.